Let's be real, Sonic games tend to vary greatly in terms of quality, but the one thing that tends to be the most consistent in quality, with a couple exceptions, is the music. The music in Sonic the Hedgehog is frankly amazing. There are so many games with so many great OSTs that it's almost expected for the soundtrack to be as great as it is for most games. So to showcase my love for the songs, I've handpicked my favorite song from most of the games in the series. Any song, whether a level theme or a boss theme, has the potential to be here. And depending on the length of said song, I'll be sure to play most of, maybe even all the song just to show how much I love it. Also, if there are any games that aren't represented here, it's because I don't have a favorite song for any number of reasons. With that said, let's get started in chronological order. The final boss theme of Sonic 1 showed from the very beginning that Sonic games could end with a banger. It is awfully short and a little repetitive, but what does play is more than worthy of a final boss. Not much else to say really, it's Sonic 1's final boss theme. Simple, but very effective. Sonic 2's boss theme is regarded by many to be the best boss theme in the classic games, and I can see why. It's bombastic, epic, and perfectly fits for a boss fight. Simple but effective is sometimes all you really need, especially for a Genesis game. Now, if only we could have gotten this in the second movie.
It's a supersonic flight, gotta keep it going. Sonic boom, sonic boom, sonic boom, keeps you running fast. Sonic boom, sonic boom, save the planet from disaster. Sonic boom, sonic boom, spinning through a world in motion. Sonic boom, sonic boom.
Sonic Boom, a perfect song for a perfect intro. Not only is it just the perfect vibe to listen to as you watch an absolutely gorgeous animation that hasn't aged a day, and not only does Sonic actually make a real Sonic Boom towards the end, but there's also a rather inspirational message in the lyrics of the song. A timeless message telling you no matter what obstacle comes your way, as long as you keep trying, you can overcome it. If you're strong, you can fly. You can reach the other side of the rainbow. It's alright, take a chance, cause there is no circumstance that you can't handle when you use your mind.
Sonic boom, sonic boom, sonic boom, keeps you running fast.
This was a hard choice to make, as I was considering this along with Big Arm and Sky Sanctuary for my favorite. In the end, I chose Doomsday Zone because it just appeals to me a little more. It's fast and frantic, which perfectly fits the situation, but it also has a sense of dread, indicating that if you run out of rings, you're dead. Just like most of Sonic 3 and K's soundtrack, it does what it set out to do perfectly. And thankfully it didn't get screwed over in Origins. Yeah, believe it or not, this is my favorite song in Sonic Adventure. It's an oddball choice, I know, but I don't really care for most of Sonic Adventure's soundtrack, honestly. This song captures that "alright, now I'm mad" moment perfectly as Chaos comes back even stronger than before. I have heard complaints that it should have been played first and then we get into Open Your Heart, but I say different. The song was made to show Chaos's rage, and that's what it does. Nothing more, nothing less. Now, here's a choice that's a lot more obvious. I've said it before and I'll say it again. Live and Learn is incredible. It doubles as the main theme of the game and the final boss theme, and it's fantastic for both. It's energetic and dramatic, and I love it. There couldn't have been a better song to fit the two roles if they tried. And on a side note, they'd better have this song play in Sonic 3. I swear, if I don't hear so much as a motif of it, I will drop the movie's score by 3 points when I review it. Please, Paramount, make it happen. Yeah, that's right. My favorite Sonic Advance song is a remix of the Sonic 1 boss theme that's not even a minute long. You can thank the mostly lackluster soundtrack for that. I'm not sure how to even describe this one. The GBA sound font just makes it a little better than the other songs, and even the original theme in my opinion. Honestly, if they had used this for Sonic 1 GBA, maybe that port would have had something going for it.
Sonic Adventure 2.
Nor do I really care for Advance 2's soundtrack, but at least this one has some oomph to it. The pseudo final boss theme is okay for a final boss theme. It gets across the usual beats well and has a few really good moments, but for the most part it lacks something that makes the other final boss themes in the series stand out. Maybe it's the GBA, or maybe it's my lack of real investment in the Advance trilogy speaking, but no matter what, I can only deem this song a cut above the rest, but not by much.
Let me show you who I am and what I'm here for. Here for. Hey! Trying to reach inside of me, trying to drain my energy. Let me show you just what I'm made of. Simple curiosity, trying to take a bite of me. Let me show you just what I'm made of now.
Yeah, you all saw this one coming. Fun fact, the band who made this song, as well as many other Sonic songs, Crush 40, admitted that this is their favorite song. And it's not hard to see why. It's epic and metal and surpasses even Live and Learn, at least for me. Though there is something interesting to make note of. What I'm Made Of is not played for the heroes. It's played for Metal Sonic. Metal has seen every Eggman robot blindly obey Eggman's orders and fall as a result. He wants to be free of Eggman's control, and now he is, and has become delusional into thinking that he is the real Sonic. You can see this clearly in the lyrics. I don't care what you're thinking, as you turn to me, cause what I have in my two hands is enough to set me free. I can fight the feeling to resist it over time, but when it's just too much to take, you sneak up from behind. Like a million faces, I've recognized them all, and one by one they've all become a number as they fall. In the face of reason, I can't take no more. One by one they've all become a black mark on the floor. Unfortunately for Metal, we all know how the song and dance ends. Metal fails and Eggman strips away most of his free will to ensure that his rebellion never happens again. It eventually did happen again in Free Riders of all games, but for the most part, Metal is stuck as an Eggman lackey for the rest of his life. It's kind of sad, really, but hey, at least the song's still an absolute banger, right?
Trying to reach inside of me, trying to get my ammunition. Let me show you just what I'm made of.
Sonic Advance 3.
Another Sonic 1 remix that SonicJGB desperately needed. I really like the spin that Sunset Hill puts on Green Hill. It's both exciting and calming at the same time, which complements the sunset setting well. I'm not entirely sure how to further describe it other than it being a really good remix of Green Hill Zone. Now, only following games other than Generations and Mania could have remixes just as good. Okay, I know I said in the final boss ranking that this wasn't one of my favorites, but after listening to it again, my opinion has changed. As I mentioned in that ranking, I Am All of Me is perhaps the only thing that actually fits the tone the game was desperately trying to be. The aggressive guitar and the screaming lyrics make it clear the kind of game you would be playing if the devs had actually accomplished it. Doesn't make it any worse, it's just on the lower end of my favorite songs.
Can you see all of me? Walk into my mystery. Step inside and hold for dear life. Do you remember me? Capture you and set you free. I am all of me. I am.
This one may only be a minute long, but it makes sure it sounds as epic as it can be in that short time. I mentioned before that Wrapped in Black is an underrated song, and easily the part that's the most underappreciated is the second half. It turns a normally chill and ominous, but still exciting song into a much faster and more intense version. I can't help but bang my head to it every time I get to this part of the fight. It's just an absolute blast to listen to. Even as someone who's whatever on sand level music, I'll admit this song's a bop. It's got a great amount of energy to it, and the Egyptian style of music fits the desert aesthetic really well. To be frank, I didn't really expect to include Riders at all in this video, but after listening to the soundtrack, this one managed to really click with me. That, and this was the song that I remember hearing a lot when playing Riders. Man, that game is tough. How could I not call this one a favorite? It's Solaris Phase 2. Music may be subjective, but this is one of the rare cases where I can safely say that this is factually one of the best songs in all of Sonic. Not only is it an orchestral remix of the main theme, but it's also just plain awesome. There are so many emotions to feel in this song, players, that I can't even describe it all. It's damn near the perfect song for the heroes are still fighting with the hope to save everyone moments. It was impossible to not love it. Even if you hate this game with a burning passion, you can't say that this is a bad song. And if you can, you have no soul. Relax, I'm just joking. Or am I? Yeah, I am.
then it all just seems. Yeah. Fortune shines with 7 in hand. Back to back, make real of all that seems. Make real of all that seems. 7 rings in hand, speed through nights with feet in sand. 7 rings in hand, wonders all under command. 7 rings in hand, wild with just one single hand. 7 rings in hand, narrowed hearts catch fire now.
I know, the game plays this song a lot, probably too much, but I still enjoy it regardless. I love the electric guitar, the nice beat, and the lyrics despite having no idea what they mean. And hey, they play it for the final boss, which works really well. That's all I can really say. It's just a really good song.
7 rings in hand, nights with feet in sand. 7 rings in hand, 7 rings in hand.
La 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 la. You betcha. La 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 la.
Before you say anything, yes, I'm aware of what the song sounds like it's saying, but rest assured, it's not what you think. I hear it the same way, but it's not that. With that said, the reason I chose the Allegro variant over the normal boss theme is simply because I like the faster variant more. It plays for when you whittled away half the boss's health and effectively amps things up to an exciting degree. It just works, unlike Bethesda.
Sonic, right? Too.
Yeah, I mentioned this one in a past video. Mystic Haunt Act 1 is the best song in Rivals 2, even better than Race to Win, though that isn't really saying much. In fact, this might just be my favorite spooky track in the whole series. Not only do I love the guitar riffs that set the mood, but I also just love the organ section. It gives off Dracula vibes, which fits the level all too well, and it's the one part of the many playthroughs of Rivals 2 that I genuinely liked. I had a feeling this would be my favorite upon re-listening to the OST. This song is frantic and exciting. It has an extreme sense of urgency fitting for the scenario at hand, and the fact that the music shifts every time gravity warps in this fight makes the song even better. If only I could enjoy the song a bit more without having to constantly make sure I'm ahead of Tails or Way before they end up in first for no reason. Other than rubber banding AI, you know, everyone's favorite kind of AI. Another obvious pick, and for good reason. Endless Possibilities is already a good song, but the orchestral remix elevates it to incredible status. It just sounds so epic and intense while also keeping an aura of danger to make sure you know that this is no laughing matter. If you fail, the planet is done for. But right now, you've got your adrenaline pumping and your head banging. Honestly, this song is either the saving grace of a ho-hum fight or a great addition to an awesome fight. But no matter what, it will never not be great. Wow, I did not expect to talk about With Me 3 times in a row. But I can't help it, guys. With Me's just too good. However, this time's not going to be like the others since I've already talked about this song in 2 videos. I think you get it at this point. But for newer viewers who haven't seen those videos, I'll give you a quick rundown. It's a banger song with lyrics that match Merlina's sadness of inevitable death, confusion at Sonic's resistance, and underlying darkness within her. You want a more detailed examination? Check out the other videos. Let's get something out of the way. Yes, this is the ultimate rendition, but Sonic Colors Ultimate is still Sonic Colors at its core, so it counts. Now that I've said that, I can't get over how awesome this remix is. People may dislike most of the remixes in Colors Ultimate, but this one is too good to be considered bad or even inferior. The original's orchestral magnificence combined with the drums and the guitar going absolutely nuts make an already god-tier song even more majestic. Rest assured, when I remake my top 10 final boss themes list, this is sure to replace the original spot. The orchestral remix of the Death Egg Robots theme. You know, there's actually a lot of orchestral remixes on here. And can you blame me? When Sonic does orchestral remixes, they're almost never bad. And the same applies here. It's everything you loved about the original Genesis track, but amped up to 10. This is without a doubt the best Generations remix for me. At least in the HD version. When talking about Generations 3DS, if orchestral's not to your taste, how about techno rock? It's a damn shame that the fight is so short because this 3.5-minute song is just amazing. Similarly to the Death Egg Robot, everything good about the original song was cranked all the way up to 10, maybe 11 in this song's case. The original track was ominous for sure, but the remix is a lot faster and a lot more epic. There are even extra parts added to it, which aren't as good in my opinion, but the song is still awesome. Say Sega, since you like reusing final bosses so much, why not bring back Big Arm for a proper fight with this blaring in the background? At least people would see how awesome it truly is then. Just like Zavok himself, his boss theme is intimidating and incredibly powerful. The other two Deadly Six themes are frantic and crazy, which fits most of the group, but Zavok gets its own theme that's darker and more ominous. The orchestra accentuates every part of Zavok's character, and I love it. There is another version of his theme that adds a bit more of a faster pace to it, but that one doesn't click with me nearly as much. The first one is perfect the way it is, and I will forever be perplexed as to why Sega didn't use it for his ultimate jingle in TSR. I'm gonna say it, this is Metal Sonic's second best theme. This is a remix of Stardust Speedway Bad Future, and it goes so much harder than it needed to. So much energy and nostalgia oozes from this one song that's honestly overwhelming. This song just makes me want to get up and dance every time I hear it. It's that good. Any chance we could get something nearly as good in another Sonic game? Please? I may have gushed about this part of the final boss theme in my final boss ranking, but that won't stop me from gushing again. This phase is intense as all hell. It fantastically gives out the feeling of the heroes finally overcoming the villain after a long, hard fight. And in Force's case, that long, hard fight lasted basically the whole game. Sure, it's just like the Nega West Farmer, but I still love it regardless. Best song in the game, and no one will change my mind. And with that, we officially reached the end of the video. Those were my favorite songs from each game. At least for ones from the soundtracks I liked. Any games that were exempt simply didn't have interesting soundtracks to me. Before we sign off, a big shout out to the Super Hog channel members. Thank you so much for contributing. And normally I would go back to the Everything Wrong with Sonic Marathon after a video like this, but a former partner has presented me with an offer to do another collab. If you recall, I asked what you all thought of it, and you all were for it, so I guess we're gonna do it. I hope you look forward to that video when it's done. and I'll see you next time.